Hello, this is Scott Carpenter. I wanted to give an intro to this video so you'll know what's going on. What happened here is I'm leaving the national park and I'm kind of running behind, so I'm moving pretty fast. And I hit an area where I'm coming down off the mountain, and to my right is a ridge, and it's probably 300 feet or more to the top. It's very steep. And as I round a blind curve on my right, I see some movement. So I stop, and it's a steep angle, and I have a monopod, but I'm unable to set the monopod down and get the angle right. So I'm having to hold the camera up and just hold it up and focus it manually and try to stabilize it without any way to brace it. But anyway, I see this dark, finally find the dark spot, and I zoom it in and out. Of course, now you got to remember with these cameras, I've got the sun shining and I've got a little bitty view screen, so I'm even zooming in and out. It's difficult, but I'm zooming in and out, and I see my dark spot, see that it's possibly a Bigfoot, and I get on it pretty good, and then the dad blasted camera starts alarming, and my SD card's full. So what I do is, of course, I switch cameras to a new SD card. Takes a couple minutes, get things going again. Of course, when I zoom back in, the dark shape, the blob, whatever you want to call it, the Bigfoot is gone. I keep zooming in, and it appears that there's one, or the one that possibly I was filming was actually laying on the ground, belly crawling on the left, because I could see it looked like a snake. I could kind of see it shuffling, just very slowly. And then it's weird, when I actually put the camera on and concentrated on filming it, stop moving. There was also, it looked like there could have been one that stood up and was standing behind it. So those are the things that are going on with the with this scene, and why in the first part, you know, you can see it, and then the second part is where I'm had switched the SD card out and going back to it. So I hope that explanation kind of helps explain to what's going on. I also wanted to explain, this was taken in 1080p HD on a Sony digital camera, but unfortunately, when you have to convert it from 1080p to a Windows movie file and then post it on YouTube, it degrades it significantly. So I'm using, well, this is what you have to use, and it's the Play Memories Home. And basically, the files are really nice when you have them here on the computer. They're extremely they're extremely high def and very clear, and it's no problem seeing them and viewing them on the screen. But when I have to take this and I have to convert it, that's when things get ugly. And because what I have to do here is I have to take this and I have to convert it, and I have to convert it to a Windows movie file or an MPEG. And either one, it doesn't really matter, because once I do that and I put it in some sort of program like Windows Movie Maker, that further degrades it, and by the time it gets to YouTube, I've lost quite a bit. So I'm apologizing now so I don't get the craziness and why isn't it better, why don't you get a better camera. I had a really nice camera, and of course if this was the money shot, I'm sure I could get a production company to take this and convert it and it'd be really good. But I'm on a budget, so unless someone wants to send me several $1,000s, and I gotta feed the dog to keep him from crunching, unless someone wants to send me a bunch of money, this is the best I can do with what I have, which is not much. So I also wanted to give an explanation to why the quality's not, you know, just pristine, and you can see why. I'm going to do some still photos, still captures, which will be of higher def, because they come right off the high def when I do a still capture, and you'll be able to see that. So there's a little explanation about what's going on in the first and second part of the video, and why it's not as high def as I wish it would be. Thanks.